Jesus freak here. Now this is going to be a bit random. I fired off the last video a bit quick while I was still in Canada. In fact, I uploaded it from Canada. So, first is, the last time I was to Canada, there was Falun Gong propaganda up by one of the highways. That was gone, but shortly after I passed that point, an old Chinese lady stopped me and witnessed me, for lack of a better word. Like, I didn't realize Falun Gong did that. I know, various Christian groups do that, but I didn't know Falun Gong did it. Now, if you have to go on so much about how good you are, isn't it basically saying you're not good? Falun Gong is a good example of the enemy of my enemy is not my friend. They push all sorts of whacked out conspiracies. There's enough truth in what the Chinese regime has been doing for decades. They don't need to make up stuff like Falun Gong is doing. That's my cat running around. Anyway, got 2 bottles of this. You might say, what's the point in buying this when you can get it the exact same thing over on our side of the ditch, except it's called Milky Way. I just thought it was weird. Just bought it for the lulz because it was a different name. And with this, it tastes different because they use, over here it's made by Hershey's using Hershey's chocolate, and over there it's made by Nestle using Nestle chocolate. Yes, there's a difference. It's definitely got a different taste because of that. Now, what I would like to find, I found it once, I've never seen it since. They had a variety of, I picked this up at, this was a couple years ago, this was before COVID, at Walmart in Niagara Falls, Ontario. They had Kit Kats. They were matcha flavored Kit Kats. The type of green tea. I thought it was interesting and rather liked it, even though it wasn't very sweet. And this is kind of the stereotype, I go to Canada to buy them because, when you buy them over here, the import or charges that, the company that brings them over makes a killing off the import charge. So the same candy bar that I'm buying for $2.50 at Tops or something like that at Wegmans, I can go to the dollar store right across the bridge and I'm paying 82 Canadian cents for the same exact thing. And Canadian money is not worth as much as ours. I think I had a $7 bill at Zehrs. No, it was 9 something and I paid 7 something. And at Dollarama it was 8 something, I paid 6 something. I'd have to check my receipts. Obviously, my receipts are in Canadian money. And then the thing PayPal sends me every time I use my card is in American money. And then there's this, which I believe, I'm not sure whether this is a clone of M&M's. M&M's is a clone of this. But because of this, what we call Smarties, I couldn't find them over there this time. But a couple times ago, I went over there. I think I still have a couple rolls of them. They call them Rockets instead of Smarties. But this is basically kind of like M&M's. Anyone, if anyone's in the UK, and I don't know if I have anyone who's in the UK who follows my videos, but this is kind of a UK thing. But they sell it in Canada too. So, next part of my rambling. A couple nights ago, a couple days ago, I had a bit of a fiending for roast beef on weck. I'm not from around here, so, this is one of those things I picked up on coming over here from Syracuse, where that's not really a thing. The main thing that makes it what it is the roll, which is a Kimmelwick roll. Several years ago, I did a video where you saw me eating a Kimmel roast beef on weck on camera while I was watching another part of the video download from my cell phone or something like that. The big thing is the Kaiser roll with kosher salt and caraway seeds on top. Now, I had bought this licensed copy, I guess you could say, of Arby's sauce at Wegmans. I don't know if it's exactly like the kind they provide in the restaurants, in the fast food joint. But it's close enough, at least. And I bought a few rolls. I bought some roast beef at the deli counter. The price has gotten obscene for this stuff, but it's just bound to happen. I think it was $13.99 a pound, and I bought about half a pound. So I bought that, and I bought some frozen curly fries. Like, hey, you gotta have the experience, So had the curly fries in the oven. I decided to do something a little different than I've done before. I had bought some concentrated jus to see if I could improve on the taste of the meat over just, nuking it or something to warm it up. What I did, I reconstituted it. I put the meat in there and covered it and put it on low for a while I was heating up the fries. That was the trick. That was absolutely the trick. If I could get any closer to a good fast food roast beef sandwich, I'd have to wrap the thing up in parchment, then wrap it up again in tin foil, turn the oven down to 150 and sit it in there for about 15 minutes. And it'd probably be perfect. And my last part of the rant. I was watching Telltale's videos, Owen Morgan. I watch a lot of his videos. And this is actually the same thing that, part of the same thing. It was Surus also did a video with Vice Rhino that I had to hop into the comments on while he was recording it. That prompted me to do the history of the English Bible video. But this was specifically a video that Telltale did that prompted me to say, if I can get a cheap copy of this, I'll try to do a review on camera myself, someone who has a bit more familiarity with the Christian side of things, as well as also being troubled by this cult of American dominionism that's associated with Christianity these days. So I said, I'll buy this Bible that he was reviewing. I bought it off CBD. I got it at a discount because it botched stamping. So that's on the way. I think they call it the American Patriots Bible. I did a review of another patriotic Bible. It actually wasn't too bad because apart from the cover, it didn't really throw it up in your face. This one apparently really does. So I'm going to do a review on that when I get it. Anyway, still got a few things to set up for my Advent videos, but right up until then, I got everything done. Jesus, freak out.